Hello guys, how are you doing? Oh, the weather today, it's a horror. Happy Halloween everybody, and oh, what a horror the last couple of days have been. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it, that some people who thought that they weren't relevant anymore got evidently triggered inside and had to somehow get back into the community and create something very, very odd. I've said this before and I'll say it again, that the people that are crying wolf, the people the lady doth protest too much, as it were, is normally for a reason. And those are the ones who are doing it because they are actually the perpetrator, not the victim. And again, that's what's happening here. Someone felt it funny to laugh at me, to laugh at my conversations. I was having a conversation with someone about buildings, and this creator is so desperate for attention that they took screenshots or got someone to do it, because I've banned them from my channel. I had to ban them ages ago for abuse. And then pull out the little snippets as these people do, the screenshots. Oh, the screenshots, ridiculous. I mean, you can tell a lot by this person, by their channel. Their channel is like something like from an emo 90s teenager. It's 2020. And this person evidently mentally is living in the past as well. Very angry, very bitter, very immature, very provocative. And provocative, I mean as in terms of sending something out that's, poking the bear, hoping something comes back. And this person can't stop. Now, why they've picked on me, I have no idea. It's got to be something to do with AD, or got to be do something with my conversations with this other individual. And at times like this, I am always amazed, because you read about people like this. What's interesting is that the people at the moment that are causing the most trouble in our community, who are lying, creating mayhem and grief and torment for so many people, are the people that originally drew us to this community. Because it's criminal what's happening. And it may be a tiny, tiny corner, but it's still behavior that shouldn't be allowed to happen. So this creator is targeting me for what? They won't get anywhere because I haven't done anything at all. But openly threatening me, which isn't the most intelligent thing to do, is it? Because you can never take that back. You can't pretend it didn't happen. Now, I don't care about this person. I've never met this person. I will never meet this person. This person's life doesn't interest me whatsoever. Although this person likes to broadcast, literally bouncing off the walls 1 minute, crying the next, doing this, doing the other, anything to get attention. He got his attention from me, and I said over on his channel, you got my attention, what would you like? Come on, let's have a conversation. Oh, no, they can't do that. Because then they'd have to sort of snuffle for truffle and, find some semblance of some balls. Because these creators pick on people like me because they think I'm weaker for some reason. Anyway, I can't stop what they do. Their life is their life. I'm nothing to do with them. And they can just get on with it. Contact the authorities, make up loads of rubbish. I've been accused of creating channels and attacking this person's family. I mean, this person is not a well person and shouldn't really be on social media at all, let alone in the community. Very, very sick individual. But again, I can't control what he does. He is nothing to do with me, and God help me if I ever had the misfortune to come into contact with this person. God, what a nightmare. it would be arse paralysing within minutes, wouldn't it? But I can control how I react to it. One's first reaction when you read just ludicrous, ridiculous stories is, oh my God, you know, oh, they've written this about me. And you go through the whole gamut of emotions, don't you? Because you sort of don't believe it. You sort of don't believe, hold on a minute. You know, I look out my windows and there's tweet, 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 tweet. And then you close the windows, look back on YouTube and these sort of velociraptors coming everywhere, and you have to shield yourself and then do this and that, you know. And I'm sure he'll put that in another video. Look, she's lost her marbles. Yeah, I feel things. I feel like she's lost her marbles, ladies and gentlemen. So, you know, I can control eventually where I get to, which is that this person evidently has issues, is looking for attention from me, and obviously from the Rusek family, and just can't get it. It's so immature, and this is a grown-ass person who does this. And this is the person who is a father. Now this is the most terrifying thing of all. That really is a Halloween to remember. This person's a father. What did you do with your life, Dad? Well, you know, kind of abused people over social media, and sat in car parks and kind of did videos, and then I just got arrested a couple of times, lost a bunch of weight, put it on, started abusing other people, ladies and gentlemen, and then I pretended that I was sent from God and I believe in God and it's God's work. Yeah. Gee, Dad, you're so clever. So glad you're my father. This is how the cycle continues, right? Through families. When do you stop that perpetuation? When do you stop and question your own behaviour? What sort of person who doesn't know anything about this person goes out of their way to record their conversation, make up some weird fantasy story that that person is attacking you and your family, and has gone around the internet with lots of different identities doing it? I mean, this is a person who probably needs a bit of help. So I get myself around to this place, which is that they can do what they like because they're nothing to do with me, and I've got a life, much more important things going on than this bozo. Buffalo Bill. So they can do what they like. They can drive themselves into a tizzy if they like, but it doesn't affect my life. Really horrible to have sinister threats, and those are all dealt with. Those are all sent to the police and reported and all that lot. And thank you so much for the wonderful loads and loads of people who have reported this creator, because his arrogance is hilarious. And this is a big fella. Yeah, big fella picking on me. A British woman who makes YouTube videos exposing another British guy for his scams, which is none of this person's business. They're over in America somewhere, in the fucking buttfuck Alabama, wherever they are. But yeah, that's what they feel like doing. And there's obviously a reason why he's targeted me. Anyone knows what that could be? So what do? I don't do anything, because it's none of my business. None of my business. This creator is none of my business. Right? They stick to their stuff, I stick to my stuff. I've made no videos attacking them. I don't even mention them. I honestly don't know where this came from. just getting on, doing my own thing. And then suddenly I get a cloaked figure. I'm coming to get you, ladies and gentlemen. Oh God, is that a tater tot? I had one of those. I don't know why it's turned into this. It's got older. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, it came from nowhere. So I stay. And when I say about moving in my videos, and that I want to do a sort of live about this, remember, you don't just move from the outside, you move and shift on the inside. Everything is happening all at the same time. You know, when trauma happens or whatever, you get stomachache or the blood rushes out from your organs into your muscles so you can run, or certain things happen, physiology happens. That's what I talk about when I say moving. Lots of people have said, oh, well, they can't move because of mobility issues and all this kind of stuff. And so that's why I wanted to do sessions that held everyone, because you're in constant motion, whether you're physically still or not, whether there is resistance or inability to change the angle of a muscle or a sinew or a tendon or a part of your body, there's still movement happening inside. Most of the time, you know, you're probably still digesting, your heart is beating, your brain is functioning. There are things happening all the time inside, and this and this and the inside is all happening at the same time. And I immediately felt this, you know, when I saw this weirdo in a hoodie threatening my safety on a public platform for no reason whatsoever. Of course, I got the stomach ache and all my fight or flight instincts came. And I had to do some work on bringing my head back, because it tends to spin off into the cosmos, doesn't it? You go through all the fears, you go through all the scenarios, and you start to write the book before it's even happened. You go through you go to the worst places. You know, you go to the worst thing happening, or you react immediately, or you do things without taking that step back. Now, it's so hard to take that step back. So hard to take a step back from a situation and be non-reactive, you know. And so I guess that's what I mean about doing sessions on movement. And this is the very beginning, you know, then you can start to add on physical movement if you want. And I'll be doing different levels, different things, different experiments, but I'm interested in functional movement and the physiological aspect of the body and the mind. And YouTube triggers every single part of you, doesn't it? It just triggers you day in, day out. That's in a way why social media is neurologically changing us. Everything is instant, everything hits you, therefore you think you're in complete control of everything, because then if this happens, you can do that. It's not real life, because real life doesn't work like that. We have to keep the skills that keep us healthier and able to live our life with strength and able to solve issues, solve problems, problem solving, delayed gratification, you know, seeing what the end result could be, and keeping those things rather than instant reaction and instant emotions, and being aware of movement can really help us do that. Sometimes I have to go quite far. I'll have to like do some, you know, a really big workout, or I'll have to go for a walk that's long, but that's me. That's how I deal with things. But I know that a common ground is that even if you shrug your shoulders up and back, there's just a second where it feels good. Might not feel good in the shoulders, there might be pain there, but something about that movement has already started a change. The same as if you go to a different room, you put your eyes on a different place, you use imagery to take yourself out of it, you or a stretch or a yawn, you know, anything starts that chain of shifting your psyche into a different pattern, into a different neural pathway. And you develop your neural pathways. So if you're always doing the same thing and it's not getting you anywhere, and it's just breeding negativity and bringing your life down, the more you do it, the more that neural pathway expands and more it develops. You can go another way and start developing other neural pathways. And that I find really interesting as well. So that I'd love to explore, because you can start to do that through freedom of movement. It's almost like you're faking it to make it, the brain. You're tricking it into another direction, a healthier one, through just a little bit of movement, exploring. And there's always more possibility. And also what it does is, this community is, there are amazing people in there. But there's a reason this community came together. There's a definite reason why it's gone to this point, and that is a couple of individuals. But they want it to go further. I feel it should stop, this kind of behaviour. There is enough strife in this world without abusing others. And for those fans of this creator who go, yeah, well, you abuse others, you did parodies, me. I never said who these characters were. These are characters that I do, because that's what I like to do. I haven't been cruel to anyone. I've merely spoken up against Alan Vinnicum's scams because I disagree with it. I find it repulsive, repugnant, and it needs to stop. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at this morning. So I'm just about to do a little a movement session myself. It's not going to be on here now. Just going to go through it myself, and I'm going to check how I feel afterwards. And I'm going to take that session and then send it out there to anyone who wants to watch it, for you guys. Let me know what you think about that idea. Let me know if anyone has this kind of experience with physiology and the body-mind connection. Very, very interesting, and I'm really geeky about it. Yeah, I know. And if you find my videos really boring, I don't mind. As I said, I've got my own life. I've got work to do, things that I do. And I just wanted to share some things, because there are people at the moment, especially I think the UK is going to go into lockdown again, I don't know. People can't get out and go to places and do things, move, make themselves feel better. And I've got 20 years of experience, and maybe I've got something to offer on that. You know, I know how to teach this stuff, so I'll do it for you guys, and maybe it'll help someone. Maybe it'll help the people who are evidently got quite a lot of problems on here. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'm fine. I just wish all this rubbish would stop, because there's a lot of immaturity going on, and just for children's sake, for the next generation's sake, let's not teach them this behaviour. Have a good day, guys.